1, 2, get down. Get down. 2, 1, 2, get down.
What is the deal, beautiful people? My name is Ramon. Welcome back to the channel. And on this channel, we talk about any and everything photography. Today's video is an AMA, Ask Me Anything. And if you're new here, you're not sure how this works, you ask your question in the comment section down below and I answer it in upcoming videos. Today's question: hey everyone, just recently purchased a new X-T30 with a 35mm f2.0 lens. Welcome to the family, congratulations. And was wondering if there is a gold standard for editing on an Android, or if I should just save some time, shoot JPEG, and switch back to the RAWs when I get a new laptop. Whoa, there's a good direction for you. I got nothing but great news. Number one, I think the default editing experience that I've heard so many times, and rightfully so, for Android is Snapseed. And Snapseed is an editing program that is made by Google, and there are a ton of options in there. It even supports RAW. My only issue with Snapseed, the UI, although it's well laid out, the sliders are super heavy. So you gotta keep that in mind, and it's really difficult to not get carried away when edited in Snapseed. Like man, I've seen people crank sliders left, right, up, down, and let me not do that. Let me not say I've seen people. I've done this myself. So I'm telling you from experience, Snapseed is a great app, but it does require some restraint in order to do a tasteful edit. The negative thing about Snapseed, it's not updated that often, and I've often wondered if their algorithm is sort of old, and I didn't really put much time or thought behind it, but it is something to know. It's not often that they update that app, so keep that in mind. The second thing is Lightroom Mobile. And this one is less of the front runner because it can require a subscription to use all the goodies that's there. The default app is, or the base app is, free, but there are so many things. You mentioned having a laptop. There's so many benefits you get by paying a subscription and using Lightroom Mobile. For instance, I have my presets from my desktop computer also in the cloud, and that gets synced down to my iPad and my phones, so I can pick up any phone. I can transfer an image from any camera to any of my phones or iPad, and I can really edit as if, you know, nothing's changed. If I was on my desktop, I've got those same tools. So that's obviously very powerful, but it does require a subscription. However, the base free things that are there in Lightroom are industry standard, and they work. The UI works, everything works. The quality of the images coming out of there work, and I think it's worth the investment to learn Lightroom on a mobile phone or an Android, because that will transition into when you use it on your desktop, and there's this harmony of workflow that you probably will catch a lot easier because you'll be used to using it on the phone. Although those are your two options, there are other things like VSCO out there a lot of people use, and some other things that I may not be aware of, because it seems like every 6 months there's a new must use editing software on mobile. So I don't know, I stopped really paying attention. But I know VSCO is a very popular one, particularly because of the filters and whatnot, but whatever. The third point about this question is, you mentioned, or should you just shoot the JPEGs? And I think this will be something that you will have to decide, because the JPEGs that come out of a Fuji camera is arguably one of the best reasons to own a Fuji camera, and they are quite pleasing. So you can actually take some time to look up recipes is what they call it in the Fuji world. They take those film simulations and they edit and tweak them even further to give you some very unique looks. I've got some cool ones on my X-T2, and that alone creates this conversation within yourself. Do I even need to edit this? And most times you don't. Even if I do, because I don't know, it's force of habit, I gotta edit something in order to feel like, it's perfect. Straighten up your composition a little bit, maybe pull some contrast, even out some whites and some blacks, and usually that's it in the Fuji camp. But for you may find that right out of the camera, these images are good to go. So you're in a good place, and I think no matter which direction you chose to go, be it Snapseed or a Lightroom, or even just rocking out with the JPEGs themselves, you will enjoy your work. Thank you for your question. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Plenty more content coming. My name is Ramon, and I'm out of here.
Get down.
Peace.